Hi, I'm Thomas with Believe in the Run.
And this is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And today we're talking about the Saucony.
Axon.
Yeah, axe on, axe off.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
This is an exciting shoe. Why, Megan?
Because it's $100.
How often do we get a chance to review a $100 shoe?
I didn't know they were still making them anymore.
No.
It seems like everything is like $200 to $300 these days.
Yeah, I mean, when the original Saucony Kinvara came out, it was right around $100. And of course, there's an Atreyu shoe that, if you do the subscription model, is under $100. But it's not too often we get to review a shoe that would you call it entry-level pricing?
I guess so. I mean.
Yeah. Anyway, let's jump into it. Let's see what you get for $100.
So you've actually got a really nice mesh breathable upper. It's pretty simple. You know, you've got the Saucony overlay here, some extra support through the midfoot, but otherwise it's just a really simple mesh.
It works for me. And you know, sometimes you see shoes and they go through very complicated things to make a shoe work. It's got these, you know, bands over here. It's got overlays over the tongue. This one shows you that you don't need to go nuts to have a really nice upper. This upper breeze, it feels sock-like on the inside. It's very nice. What'd you think about the gusseted tongue, Meg?
I know you love a gusseted tongue.
I do.
So the padding on the tongue and around the collar is not a ton, but it's like enough to make you feel comfortable, and it's like a plush feeling shoe. It's
actually really beautifully done as far as the puffiness versus protection versus stuff. It really keeps a low profile. It doesn't seem overly cushioned in the tongue or in the collar. It just fits and it just works. My size 10 half fit true to size. I didn't have any rubbing. The upper is actually a really nice upper.
Yeah, it's generally comfortable. I didn't have any issues with my wider foot in this shoe. Felt great, so yeah.
The insole is just your basic foam and pretty thin. And the reason I pull this out, and I don't always do that, is I'll explain here in a second that I think you could really give the shoe a nice bit of upgrade on the cushioning by replacing that with something a little thicker, a little softer, and it might give this a little more of a ride that would appeal to someone like Megan who likes a really cush. Even though this has a very thick stack of Power Run EVA, it's not that soft.
No, it's not. First of all, I gotta say, love the stack height on this. You've got, for women's, it's 35-31. For men, I believe it's 38-34 for a 4mm drop. And so you've got a ton of cushioning here. But what I found is that it's not the softest cushioning. So even though it looks like this would be like a really nice, cushy daily trainer, it's a little too firm for my easy days.
I do agree it runs on the firmer side. And if you're just trying the shoe on in the store or wherever you're getting it, it doesn't have that step-in feel that sells the shoe. What I found though is when I was running, I really did like the way that it ran. And what it does for me is the way that it lands. It has a little bit of give in the Power Run, and then it rolls off the toes really well. It pivots in that final phase of your stride and gives you that roll off feeling that I like a lot. So for me, I understand like step and feel is not the greatest. For you, I know you really like a softer shoe, not the greatest, but someone who likes a slightly firmer shoe that you can feel the structure of how they're trying to guide you through your stride, this does that.
So this is sort of what they're calling the entry level into the Saucony Endorphin line. So you have that sort of rocker geometry that Thomas is talking about that gave him the roll through, but it is very rigid. So you're not gonna get a lot of give from toe off to landing. So while it does keep your foot rolling along nicely, I think that's also what gives you that firmer ride.
Yeah, it's really just a stripped down shift. If I really look at it, like it's got the same geometry for the midsole. It's got that feel of the shift for me. Maybe the shift's a little more plush on landing and takeoff. You get that little bit of softness that I know you love, like in a max cushion shoe. And this shoe is made to be kind of like the daily trainer, the recovery shoe in the Endorphin line. And I feel like this is gonna get you used to running in something like this, but I actually liked this a little better than the Shift. And I know that you have the opposite feeling.
I just felt like this was sort of lost in my shoe rotation. It was a little too firm for that recovery day, but not quite enough bounce for your up-tempo or faster days.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but I do feel like this has a lot of value in it, and you can get the runs out of it. It has plenty. Does that not make sense?
Get the runs out of it.
Maybe not the runs. You can get a lot of runs out of this shoe. Plenty of rubber on the outsole. It's hard to see it because it's the same color as the midsole, but basically this whole front area is rubber. This whole back area is rubber. It is a value for the shoe. Like, you are going to be able to use this shoe a ton. It's not gonna die out. Like, it is a little firmer, so you're not gonna notice that going from a soft plush feel to a kind of dead EVA feel. It's gonna be more of a firm to finish kind of ride. So it actually reminds me a lot of the Asics Evo ride. It has a similar geometry as far as, I keep saying geometry, has a similar shape as the midsole of this shoe, similar firmness, similar simple upper. Now this one is $20 more than this one, so if you're brand loyalist, or maybe you just like the look of this better, it has a more premium look than this one, I don't know, you could go up, but these two are very similar shoes.
I would agree, I think they're similar. I feel like this one fell more into the daily trainer category, like it made sense in my rotation, whereas again, I'm just sort of lost with this one a little bit.
What does that mean? Like, why are you lost on this one?
I don't know what to use it for.
Running. I get it. It doesn't have that soft feel that you want for recovery days.
Yeah.
It's not a fast shoe like you're gonna get in your speed work or your long distance run, but how does this one differ from that?
I guess it's just a little bit more, I think it's a little softer in landing, and just felt more like a traditional daily trainer to me than this one.
Yeah. I think if you are on a budget and you want a shoe that can do it, this can do it. I do feel like I actually like this better than the latest Kinvara that came out. You could upgrade this by putting a little bit of a softer insole in it, but by that time, you're adding that extra money into the shoe. You might want to try some other stuff. But I love that Saucony made an effort to come out with a shoe that was affordable for people, and hopefully it gets more people out there running.
Okay, I take it back. You know what this shoe is for? This is the perfect shoe for jogging to the coffee shop and meeting a friend because it looks great and it works for easy, shorter runs.
So you're saying this pairs nicely with your Lululemon?
Yes.
But if you're buying Lululemon, maybe it's with the new Amazon Lululemon collection.
Yes.
Or Fabletics. You got your Fabletics, your Saucony shoe, you got an affordable workout kit that does the job.
Yeah.
So once again, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button. Meg, what about our podcast?
Check out our podcast, The Drop. It airs every Friday morning.
Also, check us out on Instagram. We are having young Brandon do some work on TikTok for us. So you're gonna be able to go over there and get tiki-taki and just check all that stuff out. We'd love to connect with you on all the different channels. Oh, say hi to your mom.
Hi, Mom.
And actually, the reason I gave you this was so you could hold it so that our shoes, like you're looking at them this way.
Maybe people want to see the other side.
They can't. They can't in the photos. Anyway, back to the review. So
Who are you to say what side they see?
I don't care.